Are you rolling?
I'm rolling.
Okay. I'll do a quick sync here. I'm just going to clap in front of your face for a sec.
Okay.
Just lets us match up the cameras a little bit later.
Are you videoing this?
No.
Okay.
I'm videoing.
She had a look on her face like,
I'm ready whenever you're ready. I'm quiet on the set.
So probably wanted to start with like my name is, and let's give your name, and then how long you've been with patients at Gunderson Health System.
Okay. My name is Val CAM, and my family, we have been patients at Gunderson Health System for about 12 years now.
When you answer questions, I'm going to have you
Look at her. Okay, I'm looking all over.
Okay, it's okay.
Should we say that? Have her say that one more time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
say it one more time.
Okay. I'm Val CAM, and my family and I have been patients at Gunderson Health System for about 12 years now.
Okay. And then can you please tell me why you have decided to support Gunderson Medical Foundation? And if you could say because.
Okay, because I need to start over. Can I start over?
So, yeah.
Okay.
If you want to start with I support Gunderson Medical Foundation because.
Okay.
Then.
I support Gunderson Medical Foundation because when my husband was here going through his colon cancer treatment, Gunderson has been wonderful to us. We had we were just very grateful for the experiences we had with everybody in every department. We weren't treated negatively ever in any way, and we were helped through our process, and we want to give back and help others in the same kinds of situations.
Anything else that you want to add to this part? Okay. So, and you can relax and kind of, this is more of the story portion of it.
Okay, so I'm getting
You can
teared up.
find
All right.
Kirk's going to grab you.
Okay. I just need to get a hold of myself a little bit.
Hold yourself.
Get a hold of myself. Okay.
So, with this next question, really what I would like you to do, and we know what it is, but tell us what Gunderson experience had the biggest impact on your life, and what do you remember about it? So, really just your story piece.
Okay. The biggest Gunderson experience that my family and I have had was when my husband was diagnosed with colon cancer. And that was, he was diagnosed with colon cancer in July 2014. It started out with stomach pain that happened maybe 3 to 5 times throughout the, a few months before July. And finally, on this particular time, the night before, he had terrible stomach pain, and I said, we need to go. I'm not taking no for an answer. So we went the next day. He happened to get stung by a couple bees the day before, and so we had a scare on that Sunday. He had a bad reaction to the bees, and so after that scare, there was no taking no for an answer. We were coming in to get things checked out with the stomach pain. From there, we ran tests, not sure really what was going on, because by the time after waiting to see the doctors, the pain was gone, so he was ready to leave really fast, and I said, no, we need to get things checked out. And so a couple different kinds of tests showed that something was not right. And then throughout that month, that was the beginning of July 2014, and then throughout that month, by the end of the month, we knew it was colon cancer, that was where the cancer started, and it was a fast-growing cancer, and we needed to do a pretty major surgery right away. So I think it was July 31st we were in the doctor's office trying to get everything figured out with the insurance, and August 1st was the first surgery he had, and he had a large portion of his colon removed, and it went very well. My daughters and I stayed in the hospital room with him the whole time, after the surgery, of course, and the staff was wonderful because we kind of were like camping in the hospital rooms, and everybody was really good to us and to him. And so that was the first surgery. And then after that, within a couple of weeks, he started chemo treatment. And worked with Dr. Ojalabi, who was wonderful, and we saw him every other week for sure, for at least a year and a half to 2 years. And the chemo worked really well for the first year, and people would not have even known Brian was sick. He never looked sick. And so, you know, we did that, and then we had to change chemo treatments after that one just started not working so well. And then Brian had a couple other surgeries in between. Most of the cancer was gone. And then some of it was, there were spots still on his liver. Because when he was diagnosed with colon cancer, he was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer right away. So the chemo took care of that, except for the spots on his liver. So then we did a surgery on some of the spots, and I can't remember all the correct terminology, but I think it was microablation, if I'm saying that correctly, and that worked pretty well. And then after that, he started chemo again, and it worked decently, but numbers were still climbing and things like that. So we had different options that we were doing. And Brian ultimately died almost 2 years to the day that he was first came in. So it was a good 2 years because we had some really good times in those 2 years. And we were treated very well by everybody.
Don't worry, we can edit.
Okay.
Pause for a moment.
I probably said way more than I needed to, or I don't know. Ugh.
That's okay. More is better than not a lot. So
Okay.
very much appreciate you sharing that. I know it's not easy.
Okay.
Let me know when you're.
I think I'm okay as long as I don't have black all over my
No, you
face.
You look great.
Okay.
So, you've already kind of talked about one of the providers. So if you want to just tell me a little bit about the providers that you worked with, if there's one or two, and why they were so important to the care.
Okay. Dr. Ojalabi was the doctor we worked with throughout Brian's cancer treatment. We saw him every other week. He was very patient with us and answered all of our questions, and he's really funny too, so that helps. Having cancer is not a fun thing, of course, and so his humor and he's just such a people person really helped. So it was really great to work with him, and Brian and I both trusted him completely, and had a lot of faith in him. So we're very happy with his care. We worked with so many people at Gunderson. The GI department was terrific. Brian had to be in there several times for different procedures. And one of my good friends from growing up is a nurse at Gunderson here in the GI department, and her name is Kim Kudron. And again, Kim was very kind and compassionate and caring, just like Dr. Ojalabi, and she also is quite humorous, so that helped. So she knew just the right time when to use her humor and to give a hug and be supportive. So that helped both Brian and I through. I think she was there every time he had to be in the GI department at Gunderson. So that was wonderful. Dr. Fiala was the doctor who was on 6th floor when Brian was toward the end of his life, and she was fantastic. That was a really hard time, but she was so good with us, and just really made a really difficult process, I guess, is the best that we could make it. And the nurses up there were wonderful. We did handprints, all of the 4 of us, my daughters and I and Brian, and have a big picture frame with those on, and each one of us has that, and that was really special. Brian was in the hospital. He was admitted to the hospital the day after our 20th anniversary. And so when he was up on 6th floor, somehow someone told the nurses about that. So here comes 2 big trays of brownies and carrot cake. And we had a lot of people up there with us. And so people just really went out of their way to make us feel good and special and to take care of him. So we appreciate all of those people up on 6th floor. And then the other person I would highlight too has been the social worker who is now retired from the oncology unit, but she was really wonderful with us, and she told us about Paula's Purse and some of the assistance that families going through, you know, not only cancer treatment, but lots of different kinds of treatments here at the hospital can get some assistance with. And being diagnosed with cancer was pretty scary for us in so many different ways, but financially, that's a huge worry. And so she told us about that and got us set up with that and helped us get the resources that we needed. And so she was always very kind and compassionate and always checked in on Brian when he was here for his treatment. So just all around, everybody treated us so well.
Easy part, I think. What 3 words would you use to describe the relationship you and Brian had with your care team?
Let's see. I have a hard time with picking 3 words out when I'm asked these kinds of questions. I would say for sure compassionate, caring, knowledgeable, trustworthy. So there's more than 3, but we had complete faith in all of them. So.
Okay, you kind of already told me why Gunderson is special to you. I don't know if you want to add anything.
I think maybe I covered that one.
I think you did.
Okay.
So why do you think that Gunderson patients choose to support the Gunderson Medical Foundation?
I think Gunderson patients choose to support Gunderson Medical Foundation because I think that probably we all get treated the same, and that is with care and compassion, with respect. All of our questions are answered. We're at the same level when we're talking to the doctors and nurses, and that's really important and helpful. I know that we got help through Paula's Purse, and we want to give back and help others too. And so, you know, just spreading the word and passing the buck on and helping others is real important. I think a lot of people have that same philosophy.
And this is kind of along the same lines, but what do you accomplish by making a donation, and that could be any kind, donating, volunteering, to Gunderson Medical Foundation, and how does it make you feel?
Okay. I think that when people do donate to Gunderson Medical Foundation, it helps support people who need the help, and it helps things like colon cancer awareness happen. It goes to good causes in a lot of different ways and areas, but I'm most impressed by the patients getting the help. Like I've said, Paula's Purse was really helpful to us, and that's something that I wanted to do to give back after Brian's experience. And so we started a fund too called Brian's Fund to help with colon cancer families here at Gunderson Medical Foundation, and we plan to raise money every year so that patients in a similar situation as us can get the help that they need at that time too. And I know that Gunderson helps patients out in a lot of different ways. So.
These next 2 questions I kind of feel like can be combined a little bit. So what's asked is, what's one thing you wish everybody knew about the foundation? And what would you say to encourage others to make a donation?
I guess I wish everybody knew that there are very caring people out there who want to help. And so if you don't know about the different, oh shoot, what's the word I'm looking for? Funds available at Gunderson, or where the money goes to, and you're in a situation like we were in, all you need to do is ask. There's so many kind and caring people here to just ask and let them know that you're worried about funds, or you're worried about this, or worried about that, and they will help you. But they don't always know what we're wondering about or worrying about. So just ask, and people are very willing to help out and lead us in the right direction where we need to go. Did I answer both parts of that question?
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Okay.
Brady, you said you had. Did you have something else to add to that too?
Yeah, but should we bring Danica and Brianna in to the
Yeah,
shot for a
the
couple
next things I
questions
have
too?
are just like the little tagline stuff, so.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice to do that with
Sure.
you guys in the shot too.
Sure. Oh, I have them.
So we're gonna move the chairs over there for you. So we're gonna do just kind of like the standard little stuff, the video. So I'm Val, and this is why I give to Gunderson Medical Foundation. So you're not actually saying why. We'll put the other parts that you said.
I'm saying I'm Val what?
And this is why I give to Gunderson Medical
Oh,
Foundation.
just that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll probably use that, and then
Okay.
something you said earlier.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And I have 3 of those, and then
Okay.
after that, there's just some like thank yous. And so
Okay.
I'll probably have all of them do the thank you part.
Sure.
What do you think? Awesome.
Okay.
Hang on just a second. Still get your ducks in a row.
Do you prefer Val or Valerie?
I go by Val.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought, you know, I saw that on all of the stuff, but I
Mhm.
never really asked you, so.
Valerie still when I'm in trouble, some way, shape, or form. People call me Valerie when I'm in trouble. Or really want my attention.
Like Bree and Dan.
Yeah, my friends call me Bree.
I have a friend who's a Brianna and we call her Bree too.
Yeah.
Do you go by Dan?
Danny sometimes. Usually just Danica though, right?
Almost done. The hardest part will be deciding where you're gonna eat.
Probably. Someone's got her mind set on something.
Have you
It's
had the
only-
macaroni and cheese pizza?
No, I'm boring. I should cheese greens.
Oh.
Cheese, that's it. Just cheese.
Oh, it's so good.
Where are you going?
Politos.
It's her fave.
I wish they delivered.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or had one closer.
It's probably
Yeah.
good that they don't deliver though.
Probably, yes.
Now the sushi pirate started to deliver.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
This looks at the bank statement and goes, really? Sushi 3 times this month? Sorry.
I did not know that.
Sorry, not sorry. That's what I said. I could have fried chicken or something. Sushi's better, right?
We started going so often to Shogun for sushi. Like they recognize me
Yeah.
and they come to my table and say hi.
Do you order the same thing?
Every time.
Oh,
You too,
goodness.
yeah.
Have you ever had their calamari? Like the fried calamari?
No.
Oh, so good.
Yeah?
Mhm.
I love calamari.
It's really good. Like the sauce too.
Yeah. Well, when you live in the same town for a long time, like my husband and I have a place, we have a couple places that's our favorite places to go,
Mhm.
and it's like everybody knows who we are and exactly what we're gonna eat, and I never change. So
We just live down the street from New Taste of India.
Oh.
Ah.
And we go there like once a week probably, and I order the same thing every time. So the manager, he doesn't even ask me if I want a menu, he just says, same thing?
Yeah, same thing.
Yes, please.
That's a good one too.
It's a cheese
Well,
corner
you know-
used to be too.
Yeah,
corner.
cheese corner was good.
I think I
That's
said
right.
you're Allison.
Alright,
You
I'm
are.
set too, yep. Ready?
Okay. So I'm Val, and this is why I give to Gunderson Medical Foundation.
I'm Val, and this is why I give to Gunderson Medical Foundation.
Sounds good to me. So the next one is, every day, Gunderson Medical Foundation touches the lives of patients like me. Or you can say of family members like me.
Okay, say that again. My memory's terrible
That's
sometimes.
okay. Every day, Gunderson Medical Foundation touches the lives of patients like me.
Okay.
Or people like me.
Let's
Should we
change it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Sorry.
That's
we're
okay.
sorry. As I'm reading it, I'm just like, what are you thinking?
How about every day Gunderson Medical Foundation touches the lives of families like ours?
Like, yeah, like
Okay.
that.
Okay, every day, Gunderson Medical Foundation. I have to say it out loud to think.
Okay.
No,
Every
it's
day,
okay.
Gunderson Medical Foundation touches the lives of families like ours. Okay,
Perfect.
all right. Every day, Gunderson Medical Foundation touches the lives of families like ours. Is that okay? I'm looking at different people every once in a while.
Yeah.
Let's do that one more time.
Okay, you guys are killing me here. Okay. Every day, Gunderson Medical Foundation touches the lives of families like ours.
I like that. Okay.
I can imagine what my facial expressions look like because my girls always tell me, "Oh, God. Mom, your face."
So this one's easy. So Gunderson Medical Foundation, where your generosity changes lives.
Gunderson Medical Foundation, where your generosity changes lives.
Can we do that one again?
Okay. Do I need to highlight something else?
Your eyes were just closed.
Were they? Ah,
You
okay.
do
To emphasize the your, but
Where your, okay, say it again because it's gone out of my
Gunderson
mind.
Medical Foundation, where your generosity changes lives.
I'm just gonna have you both just smile and Fred and Amanda.
Okay.
When she's
Okay.
thinking about saying it.
Gunderson Medical Foundation, where your generosity changes lives.
I feel like that's so weird.
What was that?
No, like I'm just sitting here smiling. Okay.
Let's try that
Like-
one more time.
Ah,
Sorry, I'm just.
It's just weird. Look over my shoulder.
Okay.
So you can look at your mom as she starts to talk and then look
Yeah.
over at Amanda, or you don't have to.
Okay, because I was like,
Okay.
Gunderson Medical Foundation, where your generosity changes lives. Okay. Okay. Gunderson Medical Foundation, where your generosity changes lives.
All right. So the next is just thank yous. So how do we want to do this? Just each say thank you.
Do you guys want to answer a question?
I don't know.
Do you want to say anything about any of your experiences when we stayed over in the hospital or anything like that? Anything that stands out?
Yeah, can you guys tell us about your experience, like when all four of you were in the hospital room together? But tell Amanda, don't tell me.
I don't really know.
Yeah, you do. What was the best part of being in the hospital room, all four of us together for a few days? Or what do you remember the most?
I don't know. I remember the nurses, whenever you asked for something, they would get it right away for you. Like, I was always cold, and so they brought me a bunch of blankets when I needed them, and so.
Heated blankets, right?
Yeah, I got
Yep.
some heated blankets. Yeah.
Yep. Lots of those. And what
Yes.
was your favorite part or most memorable part?
They would always get me ice cream cups whenever I wanted one.
Mm-hmm. And you knew where the secret room was for?
For chocolate milk, and me and my friend drank all of it.
So they made us feel at home. All right.
Val, can you tell us, and girls too, if you've heard of this, but the anniversary, so you celebrated your anniversary in the hospital?
Yeah.
Was I there?
No, I don't think we were.
Uh,
I don't remember that.
You were coming back from a trip. We had to call you back.
Oh yeah, it was with Dominic, right?
But yeah, okay. So
I don't remember that. I don't think I was.
you
there
don't
for that,
remember
though.
the
Yeah, I don't.
brownies and
I
the
don't
cake?
think I was there for that. Though.
Okay, okay. So what do you want?
But tell Amanda.
Okay. So yes, June 29th in 2016 was mine and Brian's 20-year anniversary. And so we were at home that night and pretty low-key celebration. But then the next day or a couple days later, someone told someone on the staff that our anniversary had just happened. And so, yeah, one of the nurses came up with 2 big platters of chocolate brownies and carrot cake, and for us to share with all the people who were there. And so it was really sweet, very nice, and it was yummy. But we got to share with everybody, and they made sure that, you know, we were honored for our anniversary while we were there.
I have one more question then
Okay,
do the
yeah,
thank yous.
no.
So, if a donor was with us today,
Mhm.
what would you like to tell them?
If there was a donor here today, I would like to tell that donor that it's super important to give money to Gunderson Medical Foundation, because there are families like ours who need the help, who need the support, and any little bit can help. And I know that Gunderson uses those funds with people who need it, and there are a lot of people here who are served who need that help. And whether it's about awareness for something like colon cancer, to help with Christmas presents or bills or something like that, there are funds here that can help, and it makes a big difference. It takes a lot of pressure off of someone financially, at least for a little bit, and just helps you know that people care, and people are there to support no matter what.
So you said you used Paula's purse.
Yep.
And we do, I mean, that program has been building funds and helping a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the staff here also really support that particular
Absolutely.
fund. So, if you were to meet somebody whose sole purpose is supporting, I guess, that fund,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say to that person?
Okay. So somebody who has donated to Paula's purse in particularly, first of all, I would say thank you. When we first found out that Brian had cancer, you think about a lot of things and you get pretty overwhelmed. But the financial stress that you know will happen, because it's not easy and it's not a short time frame usually when people are getting cancer treatment, so you know that finances will be tough. And so when we were told about Paula's purse by the social worker, and then I went on the website to see it, first of all, I thought it was really wonderful to see all about Paula and what people did in honor of her, and that helped me want to do something similar for Brian. But I just want to say thank you for people who donated and continue to donate to Paula's purse, because it took a little bit of pressure off of us financially. It helped at Christmas time to pay bills, to buy a couple presents, to help purchase groceries. But there are things that might seem small to some, but it's huge to others. And so I want to say thank you to people who do that, and I want people to know it really does help. So please keep donating. It makes a difference.
Thank you very much. Sorry. So I think that's a good way to getting a couple of thank yous.
Okay.
So just have each of you say thank you, maybe a pause between, and then you look at me and just say thank you.
Can you handle that?
No.
You want to go first?
I don't know.
Just say thank you, and you're looking
Yeah,
at
just
Amanda.
Just like thank you, like that's it.
Yeah, maybe with a smile.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we get one, Val, where you say thank you for supporting Gunderson Medical Foundation?
Yep.
And then after you say that, Brianna, will you say thank you? And then Danica says thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for supporting Gunderson Medical Foundation. Okay. And are my eyes okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for supporting Gunderson Medical Foundation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have you do thank you one more time. I'm just gonna have you look right into the camera
Oh,
when you say it this
okay.
time.
If I turn and look at them, is that bad? Should I look, because I'm
No, it's fine.
tempted to look
Am
at
I
them
just
when.
saying it by myself?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll do it
all
one
right.
at a time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting Gunderson Medical Foundation.
One more time. Let's keep looking right here.
Looking at you?
Yep.
Okay. And you want me to say that whole thing?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for supporting Gunderson Medical Foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
We're done.
Hallelujah!